hate puppies. Good podcast.
Oh, okay. I saw that. Yeah, I saw that.
Tis the season. I feel threatened.
It might freeze out there.
But we'll get it. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Inside the Pallet House, the only podcast dedicated to solving first world problems and hopefully helping you figure out what beer you should be drinking next week. This is a weird episode. I haven't had any drinks prior.
Weird.
Strange episode.
But the deli is outside because it's so cold.
Which is I think that's probably my number one favorite thing about this time of year is just putting beer outside.
Yeah. It was funny because we got new appliances and we took our old fridge, which the water stopped working in, but we moved the fridge outside. So I put, my Monsters and stuff out there. And I went out this morning, it was like 20 something degrees. And I told my wife when I grabbed the Monster, I was like, it's weird that I have to grab the Monster out of the fridge that's warming it up from being outside.
Yes. Keeping it from freezing.
Yeah.
Thank you, fridge. You did your job.
Way to keep it a balmy 33 degrees.
There is something about outdoor beer.
Dude, I used to love when it snowed throwing your beer in the snowdrift. Like that was.
You ever put a keg in a snowdrift?
I don't think I have.
There's no better
That's
look.
Got to be.
Yeah, you pack it all up the sides and everything.
Well, and with the keg, I would assume like your beers can freeze. Little pro tip for you.
Yeah,
but I don't think a keg, it'd have to be like silly cold and like really.
I think you're probably right. Because it has to
through that.
Yeah, like a 12-ounce can is going to freeze before a 16-ounce can.
Yes.
The keg is going to take a little longer.
Yeah.
I'm willing to run that gauntlet.
Challenge accepted.
I'm ballsy like that. Yeah, we did a ski trip one year. We got a keg, and we were able to put that bad boy outside and stack all the snow up alongside of it. And I was like, this is perfection.
I bet that beer was the perfect.
It was the greatest.
Just cold enough.
Just enough.
Just right.
Just right. No, it was heavenly. I need to do that. You know what? It's my goal.
I heard there's going to be a lot of snow this year.
We have that El Nino effect going on. But all that guarantees is that we're going to have
shit weather.
Just wet.
Yeah.
So we still need global warming to fucking shut up for a year.
Yeah.
We shall see.
We haven't had good snow in years.
No, I do think this is the summer or winter. God, I can't speak tonight, man. I've been talking to my wife and everything I was saying, I just kept screwing up.
Are you going full backwards mode like that? Like opposite mode?
Yeah, everything seems to be going opposite. Yeah. I was saying I'm going to bed later and waking up later. And she's like, you're going to bed earlier and waking up earlier. And I was like, oh, yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah, the opposite of that.
Well, we have a buddy who's decided that he wants to he was like, I'll go to the gym if I have a partner.
Okay.
And I was like, you know what? I'm in there every day. Why not?
And you like working out with people?
Yeah, actually, now that I'm doing it, I'm kind of like,
yeah,
maybe I like working out by myself.
Oh, that is when I was a gym rat, that was the ultimate question because I worked out with my best friend Mike at the time and I loved getting to hang with him and I loved pushing each other and supporting each other. But it at the very least doubles the amount of time you're in there.
It takes longer.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the only thing I'm noticing. Yeah. I'm like, Whereas I could squeeze something out in 45 minutes to an hour.
If I get an hour and a half now.
Yeah, and we're definitely having to learn our cadence. Yeah. But I do like having someone to talk to. That's great. But at the same time,
and you gotta make sure you like doing the same workouts. I like doing this for arms, and they're like, well, I always did it this way. It's like, well, we've got to meet in the middle somewhere.
It's early enough that he's like, what are we doing?
Following your lead.
Yeah, what are we doing?
That's the winner.
Yeah,
right there.
Perfection.
Can you say who it is? Just for my curious.
Yeah, but no one here would know.
Oh, okay.
No one here would know him. The owner of Hop Drive.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So,
and he's an early morning guy.
That's the other problem.
So he doesn't know you that well.
He does. He just he started saying, he's like, yeah, well, let's get there at 7 a.m. I'm like, oh. I was able to push him to 7:15, which actually feels like a win because I'm up and out the door. But I don't I like to sleep in.
Yeah, you're a late night.
When I go to the gym in the morning, I get up at 7:30 and go to the gym.
Yeah.
Now it's like I've already been up.
They do swear, and I never enjoyed working out in the morning. My body didn't take to it. I felt ill. But people swear it gets you, you feel great afterwards the rest of the day. And I never got that just like I never got a runner's high when I was running. Like I never got to the gym and walked out at 8 a.m. like, huzzah, seize the day. Like I'm like, ugh, I don't feel right. Like I want to go back to bed now. Like
my problem is that when lunchtime comes, I'm like, haven't I already done a whole day?
Yeah.
Like it's not. It's really causing some issues.
When you use it as a break in your day.
Yeah, I could oftentimes peel away and just take that hour lunch break, work out, and be home.
That's the worst thing about not eating lunch, especially when I'm in the office now more.
No break?
No, it was like, it used to be like, you know, whenever the free time would come up, be like, all right, I'm out the door for an hour, see ya. Now it's like, well, I'm not eating lunch. Just sit here in my office.
Just sit here
working.
And work harder. Work harder, damn it.
Yeah, it's not like when you work in an office environment, or actually it doesn't even matter when I go to lunch. People call me, email me. It doesn't matter.
There's no such thing as a break. We all have cell phones.
There's no such thing as a break. You know, I was in a meeting today.
The only people who get breaks, there's only one group that still gets breaks. Cigarette smokers.
Yes.
They get to take multiple breaks every day. It's beautiful.
I was at a meeting today, and we have a team building like group training seminar coming up that's like 3 days long over the course of 3 days.
Sounds great.
And like the original like plan had it going past 5 o'clock, and one of the office workers was like, well, we don't work past 5 o'clock. Are we going to get overtime? And I was like, are you effing kidding me right now? Like it went to 5:30. I'm like, you really want overtime to stay a half hour late? Like
5:30 is quitting time.
I don't care what your hours are. You work them when the boss tells you to work them.
Yes.
I mean, if I leave the office at noon, if I leave the office at 6, if I leave the office anytime in between there, guess what? I'm still available to work. I mean,
always. That's just basically it. Yeah, my phone's on me.
Phone's
Actually,
on me?
I put my phone inside.
Oh,
because
nice.
I was coming out here to
You're
do
a bad
podcast.
boy.
Well, there is a certain point where it's like 9 o'clock. Like, I'm out. Mm-hmm. But I take calls at 7.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Fairly normal. And I get meetings before starting
I
time.
I take vacation and I'm answering emails and calls.
Oh, yeah. There's no such thing as vacation anymore.
Yeah.
You have to go out of the country.
I mean, luckily, when I did take my 3-week vacation, I asked my boss, I was like, can I please not carry my stuff? And he was like, of course, yes, we'll cover for you. And I was like, I felt guilty, but I was like, and up until like a month before I went, I seriously was contemplating carrying all that stuff. But I was like, I'm staying in hotels every night. I'm traveling all the time. Like I could end up losing my freaking phone in Oklahoma or something, you know, like I was like, I could drop my laptop while I'm in Arizona.
If you lose your phone, it's over. Have you lost a work phone?
No, thank God.
I've done it before the work phone died. And I was like, oh crap. Like I didn't realize all the calls, all the stuff, it's all happening right there. And it was like all of a sudden I felt like it was 1950.
I
like,
ran
sitting
out
at a typewriter.
I ran out at practice. I was at my kid's school function one night. It was one of those like come talk to the teacher nights. And I go out there and I had the Jeep. It was nice, but like the weather was nice, but then the rain came in and I saw it coming. I was like, I got to run. And the top was off. I was like, I got to run outside. So I moved under a tree. But as I was running through the parking lot in the rain, I got back into the school and I tapped my hip and the phone wasn't there. And I was like, oh my God, where is it? So I literally had to run back out in the pouring rain. It was just laying in the middle of the freaking parking lot. And I thought I was going to puke until I saw that thing again. I was like, I don't want to have to go to the boss and be like, I've lost this phone. Like, I don't even know what the outcome would be.
Now you know how I felt in the opposite situation at Ocean's Calling when I lost my phone. But that was like the personal phone. But in that moment, it was my job. My job was to kick ass. Mm-hmm. And I needed that phone to kick ass.
And you got it done.
Yep. Dude, I just had a weird moment inside. I was inside.
Can you talk about it?
Yeah, I can talk about this. I can talk about this. Well, also it's yeah, my wife doesn't listen. So I think I'll be fine.
Did I see before we get into the story, you know, I'm team leader on the M4K team, so I get an email every time anyone on our team gets a donation.
Yeah.
I saw you got a donation tonight. And it said from the wife.
From my wife.
It said the wife.
I haven't seen it.
So that means maybe I quickly read it wrong, but let me double check.
Must have been somebody else. My wife doesn't donate.
But I thought maybe you donated in her name is where I was going with that story.
No, she never donates to me.
Yeah, but I thought she gave you some money to donate.
No. My daughter did. I donated for my daughter.
Can you read that?
I can.
Grab your readers.
What? Oh, man. I owe her a thank you. How long ago was that?
Is there a timestamp on it? I mean, it's been within the past hour or two.
Damn. I owe her a shout out. I wish I had known.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Did you not? You get the emails or
I get emails, but I don't have notifications on my phone.
Oh, it has her name right here?
Yeah, no, it's her. I'll be
Yeah.
damned. Well, isn't she a sweetheart?
I missed the name part, but see, let's give her the love she deserves.
Wow. Hey,
Always supporting
thanks,
everything
wife.
you do.
Thanks, wife, for this beautiful mustache. You know why? It's because she's seen my other mustache, the old Tommy Two stash.
Yeah.
She had to see this because I.
Oh,
came,
she did.
Yeah, because I came walking out. I don't know if you've seen this. Let's check this out.
Yes, that is glorious.
It's old Tommy Two stash here.
I wish you thought it out a little sooner and let it grow a little bit.
I know. I
thicker.
wish I had a little more, but it's there.
It's there.
I mean, you can see it.
Yeah.
I definitely have a chest mustache.
A chest mustache.
I'm going as Tommy Two stash.
So is that the awkward moment you just had?
I guess it inspired her to donate to my mustache. It must have, because I came out and I was wearing no shirt, and I was like, Tommy Two Stash turning you on? And she was like, yeah, you can leave that on. You can put a shirt back on. Because so last night I went through and I drew a mustache.
I was going to ask you how it all went down. So
I drew 3 different size mustaches on pieces of paper. And like the first one was too small.
the old school curly Q mustache.
Yes.
What people would think, the hipster mustache, not like some bushy.
I copied the M4K logo.
Yeah.
Is the mustache I was going for. And so I took it and I put it on. I made 3 different sizes and kept putting them on my chest. And I was like, what size looks right on me?
Yeah.
I settled on the middle size.
You got to stay between the nipples, right?
I had 2 options: either go and curly Q around the nipples, make a gigantor.
Yeah. That's drawing attention to the nipples.
Which I don't want to draw attention to.
Nah,
The
you don't want to make it weird.
Nipples are weird.
Yeah.
You can't even milk these. I don't lactate. Fucking worthless nipples. But so like I drew out this mustache, like, all right, that's the size. And I was like, honey, you got to do me a favor. And I was like, I'm going to hold this here, trace this. And I had her trace it.
Oh, so she was part of this process.
She was, but she hasn't seen the full.
I can't believe she didn't. I'm surprised she participated, honestly.
She said, see, I support you. It's just not in the way everyone else does.
Yeah.
So she drew around it with a dry erase marker.
Nice.
And then I went upstairs and I shaved all the chest hair around the line.
Was that hard, like looking down and looking in the mirror?
Yeah, a little bit, awkward. And then I was like, I really can't see this. And so I took hair dye.
Nice.
And I dyed it all black.
Yes.
And so I was walking around last night with hair dye on my chest for 45 minutes. And then I took it off and it has dyed my skin.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
Yeah, that's the beauty of it. Like in a quick flash, you just see a stash, but it kind of has dyed. I may actually
Well, you probably needed it to.
Yeah, because there's some weak spots.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's not in the center. It's a little off to the side.
I didn't notice.
So one side is a little too far off, and it got out of the really hairy spot. I was like, damn it. But yes, I shaved everything, dyed it up.
Are you going to re-dye it again before?
I think I might give it a
Friday?
secondary dye before the old stash bash. Just really dial it in.
Just take a Sharpie.
Blacken it out one good time.
Color your skin.
So yeah, I went ahead and I gave myself a chest mustache.
To go with your new persona?
Yeah, because I figured tracksuits are my thing right now.
Yes.
So a shirtless tracksuit, zipped a little bit down, just so you can see the beginning of the mustache hair. And then if people ask what you are, I can be like, come on now, Tommy Two Stash. Pop it open, show
like
them my
Superman.
mustache. It's my
Do you
persona.
have the bling? Do you have the drip?
No, but I need to get some.
Yeah.
That's on tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm going out. And
Are you going to get like plastic costume stuff or are you going to get like some metal? Like
It's got to be metal.
Yeah.
It's got to be metal. But it can't be
I mean, you're not going to
real
buy
gold.
real. Yeah.
I started looking at real gold chains and I was like, good God, these things get expensive.
And they're probably fake.
But then I noticed that Michaels has them.
Oh, nice.
Like they sell it by the yard. I can just go
nice.
get that shit and just hook it up.
You get
real
some big
cheap.
old thick ropes, big old like
Haven't decided yet.
Nice.
I don't know how far I'm going to go. But I'm definitely going to wear some chains, have 2 mustaches. Pretty excited. But yeah, Tommy Two Stash. I'm kind of creating my own persona this year.
I like it.
This guy's doing his own thing. He's a big track guy.
It's really hard to do the costume like when you're trying to be someone else. Like
It gets difficult.
it gets difficult, but 2, like a lot of people dress up as characters and they don't look anything like that character. And I'm like, that's just not.
No.
You're not being honest with yourself. Like.
No, like this year I was looking and my stash came in a very Hogan-esque because
Yeah.
it's so gray on the handlebars.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I could go Hogan. But it just does. I wasn't feeling it.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, Tommy Two Stash. That's my guy.
Well, I think I brought it up to you a couple weeks ago. I was like, you're doing tracksuits, right? Like, because you're a tracksuit guy.
Yeah, I think that's probably what started the whole thought process.
Because that's a great look.
That's what started the
That
thought
guy would
process.
have a mustache.
He should.
Yeah.
He should. I may have to keep the mustache
Hell yeah.
through all tracksuit weather.
Exactly.
We'll see about that. We'll see about that. Yeah, but maybe I think tonight I came walking out of the bathroom shirt off. Maybe that's what. But that was about the time that donation came in.
Nice.
I think she saw Tommy Two Stash in all his glory.
Couldn't help herself.
She couldn't. She was like, "Damn,
I don't blame her.
look at this man with 2 mustaches."
I mean,
I made a comment. I said I could do a 3rd mustache. I said, and only you could see it. And she was like,
small the back.
She go, no, just above my other nose.
Yeah. Oh, I got you.
Yeah,
I got you.
And so I was like, yeah, I might put one down here. And I was like, I could be Tommy Three Stash. And then she was like, if you do that, I'll never touch you again.
That's gonna make the makeout session really weird.
I said to her,
your mustache is tickling me.
I said, don't threaten. I was like, Friday night at Stash Bash, there's going to be so many stash groupies. I was like, Tommy Three Stash may make an appearance. Like, they love that stuff up there. That's the only night of the year that, like, they go nuts over the mustache. Yep. It's a beautiful thing. Beautiful.
Yeah, I'm getting excited. Should be a good time.
Yeah, I'm excited about that. But that was not, now I feel, damn. So I bought this, one of the mics from M4K, he was out the other night when it was freezing cold, and he was wearing a jacket by a brand called Ororo, Ororo. And I guess they are like fine purveyors of heated jackets. And I've bought my fair share of heated clothing, and I find them to be gimmicky and shit.
Yes.
I'm like, this stuff is stupid. It doesn't really work. But these ones, like, he was telling me, he's like, nah, man, I sit at my kids' like lacrosse games. I'm freezing my ass off. He's like, I have this thing on. It keeps me warm.
Yeah.
He's like, they heat the pockets. I put my hands in there. They warm up. And he was like, seriously, you put your hand in my pocket. And I was like,
oh.
Yeah, which I thought was forward. But then I thought, well, it is a mustache meeting. Like, this stuff happens.
Yeah.
So I put my hand in his pocket, and I was like, damn, that's like super warm. So I was like, okay. Like, I think I can get behind this.
Yeah.
So I started looking on there, and I found this, like, I remember she had made a comment that she wanted like a puffy jacket. Like, but a thin puffy jacket. And I saw they had this like dope puffy parka. It was like $200.
This is a gift for your wife.
Yeah. It's like $250. And I bought the thing, and it's on its way. It'll be here tomorrow. Like, so it's already on its way. And then she made a comment tonight. She was like, oh yeah, my Facebook feed is full of Ororo jackets. She's like, I guess you've been looking at those. And
no.
And I was like, yeah, I was thinking about getting the kids some heated jackets because they don't have heated jackets, or they don't have jackets. These good ones, you know.
Yeah.
So I played it off like all cool, and then I was like, all right, you think that'd be a good gift? And she was like, yes. And now I'm like stuck. I'm like, all right, I got to buy the kids now.
Oh man, yeah, I didn't think about that backfiring in your face.
Yeah, like it kind of blew up real quick. So I was like, okay, I'll get the girls something. Like I went through and I was showing her all the stuff, and she was like, oh, I think they'd like these heated, like not fleeces, but they like hooded sweatshirts, like all teenagers.
Yeah.
They love hooded sweatshirts.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, I'll get them heated hooded sweatshirts. I was like, I'm so glad you're here to help me out with it. And then I was like, you know what? I could use like a heated vest to wear underneath because I have too many jackets. But like if I had a small heated vest, that would probably keep me super warm.
Keep your core warm.
Then I could keep wearing like the jackets I have instead of getting like a bigger, badder jacket.
Yeah.
And they had one on sale. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to get myself a heated vest. So then I'm like checking out next to her and I realize I'm like, oh shit. I was like, I just bought the girl something.
And myself something.
Went and bought myself something right next to her and never even like offered. I was like, now this is going to seem awkward.
Yeah.
So I was like, shit, babe, my bad. Do you want anything?
Yeah.
Aurora? And she was like, actually, I kind of do. Like, I'd love to look at it. And I'm like, sweet. All right. I was like, why don't you take a look and tell me what you like? And I'm like, she's going to definitely get that shit that I got.
Yeah.
So she's flipping through. And then I see her go like right past the jacket I bought. And I'm like, fuck, did I buy the wrong jacket? I spent $250 on this fucking jacket, you know? So I'm like, you didn't see anything there you like? She's like, no, I like this one. It's like a totally different jacket. And then she's like, or I could just get like a fleece or something. And now I'm like, in that moment in time, like, all right, I saw her blow past the one I like.
Yeah. Like, do you want to point it out? Like,
yeah.
Do you scroll back and be like, what about this one specifically?
So I scrolled back down and I was like, did you see all these? And I was like, because there's this one over here that I think is kind of cool that I knew she wouldn't like.
Yeah.
So I was like, I really like that one. And then played it off and I was like, and I really like this one, and pointed to the one I got her and I was like, I really like that one. And she was like, well, I don't like that one. And it's exactly the one that I just dropped $250.
She just starts projectile vomiting.
Yeah.
That one is so ugly.
She's like, look at how it flares out on the hips. She's like, that shit looks awful. So I'm like, yeah, cool. I was like, well, what do you like?
You can still salvage this. Did she find something she liked?
She did.
Okay, so you bought it.
I did.
Well, when
I have to return the
one
other
shows
one.
up, just put it right back on the truck and smack
so
the
like,
truck on the ass.
I might have gotten away with one.
You kind of actually made out, because had none of this happened, you would have gifted her something she hated.
And she wouldn't have had the balls to say it, or maybe she would have.
Either way, it would have been lose-lose, right?
Because then I got to send it back,
and
I got to get a new one, and then she doesn't have it till the end.
I mean, you're brave, because like, I don't even like attempt to buy clothes and shit for my wife unless she points something out directly, which again ruins all the fun in it.
Yes.
But I don't mind giving up the joy of giving the gift if it's correct.
Well, now she knows she's getting, she knows one of her, well, right now her only gift that I have purchased. But I totally would have fucked that up. But it's all because Facebook started being like, hey, you know this guy.
Yeah.
And this guy's all over this page. So how about you have some ads?
Yeah.
So
I bought my wife one of those Amazon ones, puffy vest, heated vest things.
She wear it at all?
She does to the baseball games, but like, I'm sure it's not exactly what she wanted, but she would never say anything. But I tell you, the investment we got in, I bought one for one Christmas and my sister gave her one for one Christmas. So we have two. She's like, should we send one back? I was like, stop in your tracks. We're keeping both these things.
What are they?
They're these little clear pop-up tents that look like little phone booths, but they're clear on like three sides. And like those little boogers will hold the heat in and keep the rain off you.
Yeah,
like,
and keep the wind out.
Keep the wind out, yeah.
Yeah.
And they fold up into nothing. So
those are crucial.
Yeah, those things are pretty awesome. But if you go to the bathroom in one because you feel like you're in a porta potty, people can see in.
Oh, they're clear.
Yeah.
So you can watch the game.
Yeah.
And people can watch you pee.
Or poo.
Oh, I hadn't even considered pooing. Yeah, the whole dookie thing never crossed my mind. That's a bridge too far, man.
Well, you got to dig a hole.
Well, clearly.
Obviously.
I mean,
yeah. I'm not an animal.
Yeah, I mean, what the hell, dude? You're going to dig a hole. Come on. Yeah. I'm even going to cover it up.
Yeah, of course.
I'm a grown up.
Yeah. No, but those things aren't perfect either, because like when it's drizzly, like you're looking through a wet surface, you know?
Yeah, so you can't really see anything.
And then like they get like, depending on the, like if it can get humid in them because you're breathing in it and it's like fogging up and stuff. So
yeah,
like,
I can see that.
But they do have like a front window you can zip out to like still
let the cold in.
Well, it still protects you from the wind and keeps the rain off you.
I mean, I think those things look stupid as hell, but
they do.
Everyone who's in one,
when you're in a cold weather environment like a baseball game for 12 hours, oh dude, we had a game last year. We had a tournament last year that went so long. And it was so cold. I'd never been so cold. I had multiple pairs of socks on. I had multiple layers on, and I still couldn't feel my extremities. It was brutal. And the kids are out there in freaking shirts.
But they're running.
Yeah, and they're invincible because they're kids. But I'm like, I'm
true,
dying
too.
over here.
Yeah, being a parent is thankless.
Yes.
You don't get to run around out on the field.
No.
And if you did, I bet you could win.
I could crush those kids.
Crush those kids. I think that the whole time. I'm like, oh, if I could just get out there.
I actually know for a fact that if I tried to play baseball with my son and actually diving too, I couldn't do either. I mean, they were both superior athletes at their age than I am right now, for sure.
Yeah, but what about you at that age?
I probably wasn't that good at those sports.
So they're
either.
better than you.
Probably, yeah.
At sports.
I mean, yeah, for sure. Football, I could handle my own, like in my prime, but like
You can still light them up in football.
Oh yeah, lay those fools flat.
Dude, I'm talking about. I would love to play football with little kids.
Like an SNL skit, like
Yes.
Peyton Manning. I went to the baseball facility on Saturday after Thanksgiving, and there's a code, so you can just code in and use it whenever you want. And nobody was in there; it was just me and him. So we had the whole run of the place. So like they got batting cages and pitching machines and all this
That's
stuff. So
awesome.
like we were doing pitching and I was catching, and which he's getting up there where he's throwing in the upper 60s now, like, so it's low 70s, getting a little dangerous. Then like we're doing tee work in the cage, and then he wants to hit off the machine, and I'm operating the machine, and then he's like, Dad, why don't you take a couple cuts? And like I did some tee work and I could hit, and I did some soft toss, and I could still put good wood on the ball. But
Good luck at 70.
dude, when that machine was set on like 72, 73, I was just throwing the bat out there in hopes to make a connection.
Every time I go to a batting cage, I put it on fast. It's like you see the ball coming out and you just start wailing and hoping to God.
Yeah.
I don't see how people do it.
And then I hit one like off the handle, and it just rang through my whole body, dude. And
You're not built for it.
I just dropped the bat and just walked away. I was like, I'm done. I'm
good here.
Yeah, like I'm not.
Yeah, we're not built for baseball.
And I'm just ready to like foul one back into my face or something. Like being an old dad has just got me like, I think worst case scenario all the time.
That's the worst. You got the fear.
I do.
There's a place.
I meet up with fear.
There's a place in Wrigleyville called Sluggers, and Sluggers will let you get absolutely plowed and go upstairs to the third floor, and they have full blown batting cages indoors, and they will throw raging fastballs at you, and so you get all these drunks coming in from Wrigley
And thinking they're fucking Sammy Sosa.
I've been in there before with a glass, like just a highball, shit-faced, in one hand, and 80-mile-an-hour fastballs ripping right past my glass.
And you're trying to swing the bat
And I'm
with the other one?
swinging a bat, and then I'm like putting down my glass over here, and the balls are flinging right past my head. I'm like, oh, God.
Oh, yeah, I forgot I'm in a bad cage.
Really got to tighten up here, man. There's nobody telling you to put on a helmet. It's just kind of one of those, like, once you step up on this level,
Yeah.
you assume all
Wild, Wild
responsibility. Like, it's over. But there's nothing more fun than...
Dude, you take one of those in the face, dude?
Dude,
Or in the side, in the temple?
that's why you got to have bourbon.
In the cage with you.
That's the only way to do it. Because what if you do get hit? That could really hurt.
The bourbon would definitely
helps.
slow your pulse and less
It helps.
pain. And
This is how they used to do surgery.
that's right. Good news, we've knocked him out, but he's already had a half a bottle of bourbon, so we don't need to give him any more.
And that's the worst. But they didn't realize it thins your blood, so you bleed out more.
Oh yeah.
They'd be
yeah.
like, hey, drink this fifth, bite down on this belt. We're going to cut your leg off.
And
they're
while
like,
we're
I
cutting
can't
it
believe we
off,
lost another one.
if the feeling's coming back, take a couple more swallers.
Yeah, I think you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Like, this was how surgery was done.
Well, and it wasn't that long ago either, where it was like, my hands are in this soldier's guts. Oh, there's another soldier's guts hanging out? Let me throw my hands in his guts.
Better get in those guts real quick. Hey, you're going to have to ration that bourbon. I got another.
Somebody's like, what if he's sick? And then you just got the other guy sick.
He's not.
How could that possibly happen?
It doesn't make any sense. We'll just throw some leeches on him. We'll let out the bad blood. This is math.
We'll cut him open to get the bad blood out if necessary.
Even faster, bloodletting works. They bloodlet. I read something the other day about George Washington, like how right at his end, how much blood they were letting out of him because they were like, man, we can't get rid of this infection. And they just kept leeching him and letting the blood out until
Like
finally he
all
was
the
just,
colors out of him.
yeah, that's what they said. They
Oh,
said
good.
it
It's
was like,
slowing down. The bad blood must finally be out.
we finally got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going pale. That's
High
a good
fives all
sign.
around.
We did it. We did it. We let out just enough. Oh, he died. Fuck. Oops, what can you do?
George has been asleep for 48 hours.
Yeah,
Weird.
he had a rough go, dude. Those last few days with him was just a lot of bloodletting.
Oh, my God.
A lot of bloodletting. And that's a president. I mean, that was the
Yeah.
finest.
That was the greatest minds coming
So
together.
I've got it. More blood.
Yeah.
Well done.
It is funny, though, like with modern medicine, like, I don't want to discount all, like, old wives' tales, and like some of that stuff seems to work, but is it like the placebo effect or what? But like everybody grew up, no matter where you live in the world, everybody grew up with some elders or some grandparents that were like, you do this when you have this ailment, or you do this, and like
It works.
Some of us still swear by that shit. Like, you got an upset stomach, you drink a Coca-Cola or a ginger ale.
Ginger ale.
Yeah.
In my house, it's ginger
Yeah.
ale. You got an upset stomach? Have some soda.
Yeah.
Perfect.
But like,
the Canada Dry people are just wringing their hands.
is that any more ridiculous than bloodletting? I mean, honestly.
Well,
like,
all right. The one that's great right now is the fecal transplants. The gut biome.
Oh, yeah.
Fecal transplant is like, did you see the South Park that they did on fecal transplants?
I don't think I did.
So Kyle's mom is like sluggish and not feeling well, not doing great. And so she got a fecal transplant, and then she is like $1 million.
Yeah.
She's losing weight. She's like, I've never been so spry in my life.
Yeah.
And it turns out that the donor was Tom Brady. So of course she's got like the single greatest, the goats. She's got
Tom
the
Brady
goats
poo in her.
and she's got the goat, and like, so everybody's trying to get his poop. Then everyone's trying to get her poop because now she's got Tom Brady.
'Cause she's an offshoot.
Yeah, because she's just Tom Brady.
She's 1 degree separated of Tom Brady.
But so there's a lot of like truth to like your gut biome really does dictate.
Yeah, they are starting to like
your overall health.
It doesn't play a small part. It's like a majority.
It's a huge part. It's a huge part. And that's why like kombucha and all that stuff, like anything to get your gut biome right is in your best interest. You're just going to be healthier. You're going to fight off infections.
Yeah, you're
better.
taking antibiotics, but you're drinking probiotics. My body's like, what the hell is going on over here?
Oh, and you take antibiotics and like it starts killing your gut biome. So while it'll knock out what you've got, it sets you back a bunch when it comes to your gut biome. So you're not doing other things as effectively. But so the fecal transplant is becoming kind of a big deal.
Is that exactly what it sounds like?
100%. You're taking someone else's poop who they've determined has the perfect gut biome. You're kind of reducing it to a liquid form, and then you're enemaing it.
Oh, it's not
back
oral.
up.
Good.
No. It's through the ass. Okay. Through the ass. No. If it could be done orally, I'd have perfect gut biome. But unfortunately, I just putting something in my ass. It won't do it.
No.
Won't do it. I've eaten a lot of shit. Yeah, all the kids would get bullied. They're like perfect gut biome. They're just eating shit. No, but so this has like become a thing, but a lot of insurance companies are still kind of like,
But wouldn't it? Now, I'm not smart or a doctor, but don't you think everyone's gut, the quote unquote perfect gut biome, would vary from person to person?
the beauty is you're only putting in but so much, right? So you still have some of your gut biome. So you're really just getting like certain bacteria back in you, and then it proliferates.
Is it like astrology where it's like, you're a Sagittarius and I'm a Virgo, and our gut biomes cannot come together?
You cannot have my shit. Yes, I'm a Libra. My shit could kill you.
You're a Cancer? Get out of here with your shit.
I immediately don't want a Cancer's gut biome.
Yeah.
Like, I won't do it. In fact, if I ever do need it, I'll be like, and when were they born?
Yeah.
I don't think
I know science.
I know science. And if you try to put cancer in my ass,
Yeah.
I'm out.
If you try to put cancer shit in my ass, we're going to have a problem.
It's just not, it's not for me. It's not for me.
I'm not going to judge you if you're that type of person.
Yeah. Cancer can only give poo to other cancers.
Yes. I think that, yeah, I've read that somewhere.
It confuses the cancer. It goes, wait a minute. Is that a new cancer? Yeah, you can't have cancer poo in you. But this has actually become kind of like the real deal. Like, people do it, but you do need to get like a doctor to perform it, obviously.
You think?
And you can get tests, and it's kind of a long road. It's not the equivalent of like bone marrow.
Come down to Scott's Fecal Matter Emporium, Transplant Emporium. We got a 2-for-1 deal day.
There was a guy who was getting super sick. This was in the news very recently. And this guy was super sick. He couldn't hold down food. He was throwing stuff up. He was just weak. He was bedridden. Like, he kept getting colds and illness, and just he wasn't doing well. And he'd read about all this stuff. And his mom, being the loving mother that she is, was like, "Do you a solid."
I see what you did there.
So she takes her poop. They water it down.
Solid.
Yeah. Water it down, make it less solid. And they flush it up his ass. And they do this like every week.
For funsies.
And he starts getting better. Like, lots better. And the docs are like, holy shit, like, this is working.
Holy shit.
Yes. So they went from like every week of doing it to they got to back it up to like every 2 weeks, which they would. But like, could you imagine this? It's like you go over to your parents' house for dinner, and it's like, well, yeah, I'm here for Thursday dinner.
Yeah.
And the fecal transplant.
Yeah.
And the mom comes out, and here's the stew. And then next to it on the stove is the shit. But they did
that
this.
Sounds... let's leave some things to the doctors, the trained professionals, if you will.
Well, it's a mom. To your point.
Yeah.
Some of these old wives' tales and some of these old family traditions, they're the best. So mom knew.
I'll share my poo with my kid just like my mom did and just like her mom did for her.
Exactly. This is the least I can do. So this goes on for a while. And he just keeps getting better and better. And he's getting healthier and healthier.
That checks out.
Then this motherfucker starts getting like night sweats, hot flashes.
Was he having withdrawals from his mom's poo?
No. She started going through menopause, and he started having menopause symptoms.
Oh my God!
From her poop. He started getting hot flashes. So they're both going through menopause together, but it's the only thing keeping him healthy.
Wow.
This is real. Like, look it up.
That sounds fake.
It sounds fake. But the docs are like,
those hormones
are in the poop
that women go through, like, that gets expelled from the fecal matter?
Apparently. But then so he started getting like the whacked out hormones from his mom, and he was experiencing all of her.
Then their cycle started matching up?
Well, no, he stopped having his period because he went through menopause.
Oh, yeah.
In fact, I can guarantee you he has not had a period since he started using his mom's poop. Facts.
What are the chances?
Facts. But yeah, as a young man, he went through all the symptoms of menopause. And they're like the docs looked at him. They're like, yeah, this seems like this motherfucker's going through menopause. He's getting all the same
wild,
shit.
Dude.
Yeah, but it made him better. Like, would you get rid of? I don't know. Would you get rid of all this illness and all these other things for some?
I
hot
guess
flashes?
it had to be how sick was I?
He was pretty sick. Like, he was bedridden.
Yeah, but menopause doesn't sound fun either.
Being bedridden only is fun for a while.
Yeah, I mean, bedridden does suck.
You know what I mean? Like, COVID happened. We were all like, hold on. I get to stay home. And for like 2 weeks, you were like, this is a godsend.
Yeah.
By week 3, you're like,
this is
I'd rather have menopause.
Yeah.
You know?
We just skipped over COVID.
Yeah. I just go straight to All right. Would you have COVID or menopause? Long-term COVID.
Never had either.
Well,
that's a good question. COVID sounded bad for a lot of people. Then some people said it was nothing.
Same thing with menopause.
I don't know. I don't know if anybody says it's nothing.
I think menopause has killed less
I ever
people.
need to be. Yeah.
Regardless of where you stand.
Yeah.
It's killed less.
I don't need any more hot flashes.
No, it wouldn't be good.
I'm hot enough on any given.
I wonder how many people menopause has killed. It's probably killed more men.
I was going to make that joke earlier.
It's probably killed more men.
Yeah.
No, the woman goes crazy, either stabs him or just it drives the man to off himself.
Yeah.
But menopause is a tough one.
It's got to be weird, right? Going through it? Like.
Oh, yeah. But guys, We don't deal with that shit, man. We've always had these problems, and like science was like, hold on, your hair's falling out? Minoxidil.
Yeah, we'll
We
fix
got
it.
this. Hold on, your dick stopped working? Not on my watch. Here, take this.
Yeah, but guys, men's mental health has always been, it's been a zero. It's been a nothing up until recently. But like, obviously there's like the old, midlife crisis that a lot of men go through. So obviously there's something triggering going there. Something happens with men around the age of whatever is your midlife at the time, where guys
midlife crisis is just low T, right?
Probably. I don't know. Is it hormonal or is it?
Yeah, I think you stop feeling virile and go, nothing's working. I don't feel like the same.
So is it hormonal?
I need a Porsche.
Or is it does it have to do with your what's in your life?
Well, it's all the above.
It can't be one without the other, right? Like
I would say. But there's just something about being a man. Look, we're not allowed to cry. We're not allowed to talk about our feelings. We're not allowed to do any of these things. So you stuff it down inside.
Yeah.
And then it slowly kills you. This is what we do. Mm-hmm. Then you couple that with the fact that testosterone's dropping and we don't feel like the man we were. Then you get all the weight of like, I got to keep the family afloat, or my family just broke apart.
And then you get the weight of putting on a bunch of weight because you're not the young buck you once were.
Yeah, I think all these things just add up to, but we're not allowed to talk about that.
Yeah.
We don't talk about men's feelings. We're not allowed to do that.
Yeah.
Middle-aged men, good, shoot yourself.
Yeah.
That's essentially like you stuff it down inside, you blow your brains out, like you move on. It's only now that they're starting to talk about it. There was actually a thing on CBS Sunday Morning the other day talking about exactly that. And
we've talked about it in the past, like, and we, I think when I say we, our friends, like we kind of straddle the line where it's like, and we've mentioned it, like, if you don't bust my balls, are you my friend? But like 15, 20 years ago, it was like, there was never any love between guy friends.
This is relatively
hate.
New.
Like now, and maybe it's because of it's 2023, or maybe it's because we're older and we're dads, but there's definitely more like we bust balls as much as we ever did, but there's also like, hey buddy, how you doing? Like, I love you. There's more of that where like 10 years ago, 15 years ago, those words would have never been uttered.
I mean, it goes, no caveman ever said that to another man.
Yeah.
And then as time went on, every generation gets a little softer.
Yeah.
We talked about that, and that's probably a byproduct of that. Who knows, man? I don't know. It's a lot to unpack, but like, you're not supposed to talk about it.
But the whole midlife crisis thing, never really thought this much into it, but like, that is just something that was out there and everyone knew about it. But again, no one spoke of it. They just saw the guy
in his Porsche
leave his wife or cheat on his wife and grab the Porsche. And then they're like, there goes John having a midlife crisis. Yeah. And then there's like it's just some switch or some part of every man's life. No one ever goes, man, yeah, maybe he's having a rough go at it. Maybe the miscarriage,
maybe
or the
it did
kid's
impact
death,
him.
it had something to do with him and not just the wife, or maybe losing his job when, the stay-at-home mom was there, when
all those things happen, we just suck it up.
Yeah.
We sip scotch in the dark. We suck it up.
Yeah.
Keep on keeping on.
And get up and go to work.
You don't show any emotion. Go on. So I bought a fucking Porsche.
The only emotion guys have ever been allowed to show is like rage.
Now they're taking that from us.
Yeah.
They don't like it when we get mad.
Yeah.
So now we gotta cry. I don't know.
And we've been taught that.
Yeah, you bury it.
I mean, think of our dads, like, and our dads' like that's. I never saw my dad be loving and affectionate. Like that's.
No. I've seen my dad go through some serious shit in his life, and like emotion is not one of the things he showed.
Yeah.
Stoic.
Yeah.
That's what we do. That's what men do. For better or worse. I mean, in the end.
It's for worse.
In the end, it kills us.
Yeah.
But there's a certain pride in that too.
Yeah.
That men we still have. We go, yeah, I didn't crack. Maybe by yourself.
Yeah.
But like, you have to be stoic. Like stiff upper lip, right?
I'm not that stoic though. I'm just not that guy. I try to be as, manly as I can, but like I can only fake it to a certain point. There's not but so much I can do.
I definitely try.
Yeah.
I definitely try.
I mean, like I watch these war documentaries. I'm like, these motherfuckers.
These are men.
These guys, these 19-year-old kids are cut from a way different cloth. Like, but maybe they weren't. Maybe they just were forced into a situation.
No, it's just different. It's what was acceptable.
Yeah.
It's just different now. It's a weird tangent.
Yeah.
The hell did that come from? I thought we were stuffing shit up people's asses.
That's where we started.
And we ended up somehow. It was past deli time.
It is past deli time. You may get it or you going to grab it?
I'll go grab it because you got to pick which one because this was brought to us by Taylor over at Squeezing Lemons.
Nice.
He came back. I get this text from him and he's like, hey, man, I'm by your house. He's like, are you around? And I was like, I'm on a call.
Yeah.
And he's like, all right, I'm going to drop some beers off. And so I came out to 6 beers that he had picked up
Holy
in Tennessee. They're like different styles. And he called out 2 of them in particular as his favorites.
All right.
So I have 2 of those, and I need you to tell me which one we're going to do. Now, I know nothing about them.
Okay.
Except the name.
All right. Well, as you listeners know, we love when you guys give us feedback, and part of giving feedback is giving us beers because we buy the beer every week, and by we, it's 90% Brendan. So Taylor, thank you. And of course, these are like small batch. Like these have the handwritten things on them.
Yeah, this is from Monkey Town Brewing.
Are they both Monkey Town?
Yes. Brewed in the home of the world famous Scopes Monkey Trial. Established in 2014, Monkey Town Brewing Company out of Dayton, Tennessee. And this is a crowler, so they don't even distribute beers. They're putting them in mini crowlers.
That's a 16-ounce beer.
No, but it says crowler on it.
Well, they're liars because that's a 16-ounce beer.
But I think they're actually canning them in front of them.
Yeah.
So we have the Evolution. I think this is called the Evolution of IPA, according to what he said on his text. And then the Trippin' on 27.
Well, if IPA is in one, I want to go with the other one.
I can't promise you it's not an IPA.
Well, I know, but this one says IPA on it, so I'll put this back in the fridge.
All right, so here's the Trippin' on 27. Ooh.
Do we know anything else about that? Obviously not, because that is...
I know the second I cracked it, my nose filled up with the hoppy aroma of Citra hops.
Well, I like Citra hops. So
ooh, that pours dark.
This is this is your generic... Doesn't feel that cold. Is it cold?
I don't know.
This is one of those generic beer can labels where they all look the same and then they handwrite everything on it. Let's see what this looks like, Brendan.
Yo, that's a super weird beer.
I got the light under this sucker. This is a golden beer.
Yeah, a little hazy.
A little hazy.
Got a little hazy in the taste,
Ooh,
too.
it's very...
Oh, it's hoppy.
It's very citrusy hoppy, though, which...
It's got a flavor that I literally
Town.
cannot put my finger on.
Won't you take me to
Monkey Town? I kind of like that. There's a flavor in there that's totally foreign to me. I feel like I've had every IPA in the world. There's something in there. What is that?
There is something strange in there.
It's something different.
There's a lot going on in that beer.
No, that's actually... That's
Did you say that was a 6%? Is that what I saw? Did we talk about that?
It says 6%.
Okay. So pretty boozy.
Tripping on 27. I wonder what that means.
Finish is pretty clean.
Finish is super clean, but there's a flavor.
For as much hops as in it, that finish is really clean.
What the hell is that flavor? Right when it goes down, it's got a flavor that I just am not familiar with. Like to the point I can't even put my finger on it.
It's got a little, and I don't think it's the can, but it does have a little bit of a metallic taste to it. But it's got plenty of citrus in it. But it doesn't leave my mouth with the IPA funk in it.
Nah, it's super, super mellow. It's almost like it's a fake IPA. Like it's an IPA, but maybe not it. Like it's got a lot of hops.
Yeah.
But maybe it's not a pale ale. Nah, it's definitely an IPA, right?
It's got to be with that much hops. But then again, maybe they filtered it or something because it is finishing very cleanly.
Yeah, there's a lot of citrus.
Like there's no funk in my mouth. There's
it's like orange. It's an orange in your mouth.
Yeah, there's no sticky funk in there. There's no mouth coating.
There's enough going on in here already that I desperately want to go to this brewery. Where's Dayton, Tennessee?
There's more than one Dayton?
I only know Ohio.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have no idea where Dayton, Tennessee. What was he doing out there? I think his family or something.
I didn't get any of the story.
Oh, because you were on the call.
Yeah. He like texted me and was like, these two are awesome. There was one in there that was like some kind of Hefeweizen I wanted to try. But I wanted to at least honor his two favorites. But I can't figure out what that flavor is.
I don't like that says Crowler. I think 32 ounce when I think Crowler. That's a 16-ounce beer. Just because you can it right there doesn't make it a Crowler, does it?
And it's just, you just canned on premises.
Yeah.
Crowler's 32 ounces.
Yeah.
Like by definition.
Yeah, because a growler is 64, and the Crowler's half that in a can.
But it says this is our Crowler, as in, fuck your Crowler. You know what that against them?
Things have meanings. You know, like, it's like when you go get a fucking BLT sandwich and it comes out with fucking, you know, not bacon, lettuce, and tomato. And they're like, this is our version of BLT. It's like, there is a BLT. I know what it is.
Yeah.
Like,
I had one the other day. It was called a BELT.
Bacon, egg.
Yeah. And I was like, that's perfectly fine.
At least it says it.
It says exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Because guess what was on it? Bacon, egg, lettuce, tomato, mayonnaise, bread. I was like, that's a BLT with an egg on it. They didn't gussy it up. And I thought to myself, yes, I would like an egg on a BLT this morning. Call that a day. But I can't figure out what the flavor is in here. I'm not saying I dislike the flavor. I just don't know what it is.
I can't tell you. Whatever it is, it's
like
a mystery flavor.
It's like some kind of like a herb.
Could be.
You know what could be in there? Is it possible that that's like a mushroom flavor? Maybe that's why it's called Trippin' On? Because it is kind of an odd, funky.
I don't like mushrooms and I don't eat them, so I don't know enough to know like.
I don't either, but it's a funky enough flavor that it could be just like a little bit of ground up mushroom or something.
Or could it be the whatever the hop is that is in all those the weed what's the weed brewery?
Wicked Weed.
Wicked Weed.
And then there's also the one the Sweetwater out of Atlanta does all the ones that literally are made to taste like different marijuana profiles.
Yeah.
Which I find those to be over the top and fun. I can have one, but then it's like, damn. Everyone's like, who's got the good shit? And like, oh, no, I just had a beer. You know? Sorry, I didn't mean to smell like that.
I'm ready to judge this one. Are you ready? Are you ready for me to tell you what I think of it?
Yeah, I am.
This is good. As far as IPAs go, this is really good. But if I'm just going to go off my straight deli, and 3.5 and higher would be like, I think it's a deli winner. I don't have it there, so I'm going to go 3.
I'm going to go 7.
You like it that much?
No. Am I doing this wrong? No, I'm actually... So I love the juiciness of it.
Yeah.
I love how much orange is on it. I love the fact that when I'm done with it, my mouth tastes like oranges.
Yes.
Like, if I kiss my wife right now, she'd be like, have you been eating oranges?
Yeah.
Instead of typically you have an IPA and they're like, have you been smoking?
Yep.
You know, this is different. I took one last shot at trying to identify that flavor. I can't identify it, and it weirds me out a little bit. I love the orange in it, though, but I'm with you. This is a 3. I think that's exactly where this beer should be rated. It's better than average. Super orangey. Got a ton of good flavor. But there's a mystery element in there that I can't identify that gives it this like weird, dull funk right at the taste, and then it goes right away. But that weirds me out. I'm gonna go 3. So Taylor, thank you very much for bringing it.
2 3s.
I certainly appreciate it.
Let me run that. So that brings the average to.
It was a 3 for you
and a 3 for you. Hold on, let me enter the numbers.
Add them together and divide by 2.
That's gonna take a second. Move along. I'll get to you.
Good luck. Math's never been my strong suit. Yeah, it's a 3.
I would definitely tell someone to try it if they ever happen to be in Dayton, Tennessee.
It intrigued me enough just based on the flavor profile.
Yeah.
That I'm like, I haven't ever tasted that flavor in a beer. I don't know what it is. I would like to see what they've got going on.
Maybe next time Taylor's on, he can school us on it. Because I'm sure if I know Taylor, he knows everything about every one of these beers.
He's like, you dumbass, it's bergamot.
Exactly. Yeah.
I should have known. It could be bergamot.
My younger son's into cooking, so he's watching all these YouTube cooking shows.
Okay.
And I've watched plenty of them over the years, Chopped and whatever. And I'm not a cook. I can't cook for shit. And it still boggles my mind that people are like tasting stuff and they're like, oh, it needs more thyme. And they sprinkle in whatever. And then they're like, oh, it needs more rosemary. And I'm like, if you laid all those herbs and spices out and I just tasted them, I wouldn't even be able to tell you what they were, much less taste it in a massive stew or something.
Yeah,
or
be like,
soup.
it's just lacking lavender.
And I can't even do that with salt. People do that with salt all the time. They're like, oh, it needs more salt. I'm like, I couldn't begin to explain to you what needs more or less salt.
I can do some of it, but not like my mom. She's one of those. Mm-hmm. She will literally spin around a kitchen, grabbing herbs, different things, doctoring it up. Like no cookbook, no nothing. She'll taste it and go, the lack of time is disappointing.
Yeah.
Bring it in. And then
but can you
won't even taste it when it's done. But if you taste when she tasted it and then when it's put on the table,
you can taste the difference.
It's so much better, but it's not like all of a sudden it's time forward.
Yeah. So you wouldn't be able to pick that out.
No.
You just know it's better overall.
But she knows it's not hitting my tongue here.
That's such a superpower to me.
It is. It's wild.
It's crazy to me.
But there's a lot of people
there are a lot of people that are into that.
Yeah, and your kid, if he keeps doing this, will get that way. My daughter's becoming that way with baking.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking love it.
Yeah.
She's developed this habit where she'll be like, I'm bored. I'm going to bake.
Yeah.
And she'll bake
that's awesome.
Ridiculous stuff. Except for the fact that how many cookies does a man need?
Yeah. I mean, therein lies the problem. But I'd rather him do that or her do that because he'll do that too. Like he likes to make chocolate chip cookies from scratch instead of just scooping out the Nestle. Yeah. And it's it's a hassle. You gotta go buy the ingredients. You dirty every dish in the damn kitchen.
It's worth it. It's so worth it.
But it's so much better than sitting around watching YouTube or sitting around playing a video game or sitting around, just being a slug.
I'm not mad at it.
Yeah.
I come downstairs and there's banana pancakes. I'm like, don't mind if I do.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's all you can say.
Yeah.
Thank you. You're like, you need help cleaning this up?
Yeah.
We'll get through this together.
That's right.
You've done a good thing. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, good. I do all the dishes in my house because I do none of the cooking.
Which is fair.
I'm like, you guys are going to make shit. I'll clean up after you.
There you go.
Yep.
Speaking of all that food, man, how was your Thanksgiving?
It was good. It was low key. Went over to the aunt and uncles in the morning and ate in the morning. Then went over to the in-laws in the afternoon and ate in the afternoon. It was awesome. How about yours?
It sounds good. It's vanilla.
Is that what it is?
It's vanilla. There's vanilla in there. But real vanilla, not that fake ass vanilla.
Not fake vanilla?
That's like that Madagascar vanilla. It's a vanilla bean. That's what that is. Damn. I like it better.
I wonder what the 27 is.
I don't know, but that's what I think I just found it. It's almost enough for me to raise my score, but I'm gonna keep it. It's first run, but that's what's going on. Yeah. No, mine was good. I think the highlight of my Thanksgiving, though, I gamble.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not a very good gambler. But there is a bet.
You're probably as good as everyone else.
I have learned, actually, I'm fantastic on Sundays between 1 and 7. And then as soon as you get me to where it's one game, I completely implode.
Yeah.
You give me 8 games to choose from, I'll pick you winners.
Well, I feel like the NFL, the parity is so ridiculous that it's almost impossible to bet on. Like, the one game I would have bet on and the one game I told you to bet on was the Eagles versus the Jets when the Jets were missing half their defense. I was like,
good luck. Jets got them.
and the Eagles have yet to lose since that game. Like, it's crazy. And they've beaten top-tier teams.
Well, so this year, if you're paying attention to gambling, like...
The house is winning.
Like, well, yes. But like 60 plus %, more than that, unders have hit. It's been a very under-heavy year.
That checks out.
So the unders have just been hitting. The
I
scoring
feel like
is down.
defenses are really good now.
Yeah, scoring is down. Unders are hitting. And so if you had just placed money on all the unders all year, you'd be up big.
Yeah.
But there is a lazy man's bet. And the lazy man, the novice bet, is always, I'm just going to take the over. Because I'd rather just watch a good game than a bad game. So it's just the move that people do, right? So I woke up Thanksgiving morning and I was like, I don't know the answer. I don't know who's going to win these games. You know, I always feel like the Lions should lose, but they're a good team, so I don't want to like mess with it. Dallas should win, but are they going to cover 13.5? I was like, this is getting very complicated.
Yeah, 13.5 is a lot.
So I looked at all the bets, the 3 games that day, and I said, I'm just going to do the lazy man bet. Overs all day for Thanksgiving.
Nice.
Over. I'll be damned if every over didn't hit on Thanksgiving. Then it carried over to Black Friday, and I was like, well, the overs haven't stopped hitting. Over. 4 overs hit, which is unheard of. But it was great. I lazy man bet the whole damn thing, threw money at overs, and every single one hit. I came out of Thanksgiving weekend far better off than when I went in.
Nice.
Which is good timing on account of, now I got to buy Christmas.
Now you got to buy a lot of heated vests.
Yeah, exactly right. But I've never seen that happen where like a whole day, like basically whenever I do that, when I'm just doing a throwaway day on like a Thanksgiving, you bet all the overs, you hope for the best, you hope to watch good games. But I never expected, you usually hope that you'll get 2 out of 3.
Yeah.
I got 4 out of 4. It's fucking beautiful.
That's awesome.
Beautiful. And I guarantee that a boatload of people pulled that same thing because it is the lazy man's move. Oh, I got to get to Thanksgiving. I do all these things. Bet all the overs. Hope that you're sitting there talking
wouldn't
to
they
your
have
uncle.
gone unders since the unders have been more
Yeah, but that's not how people
prevalent?
think.
Okay.
People think I have to watch this stupid game. I'm going to be sitting here with my uncle. I'm going to be sitting here with people I haven't seen in forever. We have nothing to talk about but football. Let's hope for a good game. So you just bet over. It's the lazy man's bet, and it worked. It was beautiful.
Gotcha.
What are you focusing on over there? You got big shit going on?
No, your football talk got me thinking, oh, crap, it's Wednesday. I got to check my fantasy real quick, make sure nobody's playing tomorrow.
That's literally the move, right?
Yeah.
On Thursday, you go, make sure there's no Thursday people.
Exactly.
Okay,
yeah.
good. I can think about this another day.
Because I literally don't think about it all. Like, I've been hella busy all week, and it's like, it's been totally out of my mind. And then you just saying football was like, oh, shit, I got to check real quick.
Yep.
Because I don't want to be the guy, and we all know a guy who doesn't play the right people or doesn't play anybody or, that for some reason that is, and I get it, but like that's a fireable offense in fantasy football for those that don't know.
Well, let's throw it to Stu and see what he thinks.
Oh, his team's here.
Little inside baseball, but that was a joke for at least a dozen of the listeners who played with Stu would be like, sweet Jesus, that dude just does not put a team in.
Yeah.
Every league has one.
Yep.
Every league, we're not talking about our fantasy teams. No one wants to hear about it.
No.
But every league has that guy that's just like doesn't give a shit and just starts handing out wins and then hands you a loss and pisses you off.
Yep.
Like, this son of a bitch didn't set a lineup for 2 weeks. And now my week, all his starters are back from bye.
He showed up.
Yeah, like son of a bitch. Some frustrating shit. Dude, I cut down a Christmas tree.
Oh, yeah. Did
So-
you time yourself again?
Yep. Didn't
you have a problem going to the last place, or did you find a new place or something? Didn't something happen weird last year, 2 years ago?
I've been in a slump. So 2 years ago, my rule is if I can cut down a Christmas tree in 8 seconds, I do the reverse of bull riding.
But is that not... You're picking smaller trees then, right?
I don't pick the tree.
Oh, the tree picks you?
No. The women pick the trees. They walk through that farm, and they look at the trees, and I will make little comments like, I don't really like that tree. When I see like the
big trunk.
24-inch trunk, I'll be like, that tree doesn't look as good as the one you guys saw earlier.
Yeah.
I will make comments, but I have no say. And this year, 2 years ago, we went out there, and I always pride myself on I can cut a tree in under 8 seconds.
Yeah.
I hope.
But you got to have the right tool. That matters.
They give you a handsaw.
Oh, you don't take your own?
No.
Ooh, you're playing with fire.
I know. They give you a handsaw. And 2 years ago, I noticed that the lot we were at, they had these ones. So there's two.
I'd take my battery powered reciprocal saw.
I saw so many son of a bitches out there with sawzaws.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I saw a dude
sawzall.
I saw a dude with a battery powered chainsaw.
Yep.
And I'm looking at these people like, screw you, man. Like
they're smart.
That
is smart.
Sure, but there's a certain pride that I take in going out there to cut down a Christmas
Most people
tree.
don't, but this is your thing.
I guess I feel like every man who's out there.
But you're still at a farm. It's not like you're going out hiking through your land and picking out a tree. Like you're still going to a farm and you're using another man's tool, which, if I'm going to be honest with you, kind of weird.
So that's not, to me, it's not. So what I do is 2 weeks prior, I go out to the Christmas tree farm and I find the guy who planted all the trees and I do a fecal transplant.
Two birds, one stone.
And then when I'm out there, I know that we're the same man.
Yes.
In our gut biome.
Yes. Which really matters.
It's all that matters. If I take the time to get a turkey baster, have him shit in a bucket, pour some water in there, stir it up.
It's just science.
Get a big turkey baste.
Yeah.
Cram it up my ass, shoot it in, come back in 2 weeks. I'm now the same man.
Yeah.
This is my tree.
Good point. That's on me for not seeing that part of it.
But see, you're not thinking ahead.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
I'm on the next level.
Behind.
Boom. You get it. So yes, it is a 2 week process.
Yeah.
I do the fecal transplant 2 weeks prior. Then I come back, and then
fecal transplant Christmas trees.
And then if I ask him,
I've seen the signs.
Fecal transplant Christmas trees. Okay, it works. Because then I'm going out there and I'm saying, hey, me.
Yeah.
Where's our saw?
Yeah.
So no, I'm not using another.
You're one with the tool.
One with the tool.
And you just know which tree is drawn to you.
Well, all of a sudden I have all that knowledge of the last 7 years watching that tree come up out of the ground. And all of a sudden I'm like, why does my gut tell me that's the tree? Right. Ladies, my gut says this is the tree.
My gut's pointing northeast.
Yes. Screw those Fraser firs. That's We're getting a balsam. No, but so like 2 years ago, I go out there and the saws they had, and I've seen these saws. There's two different kinds of saws you'll come across. Ones that have little tiny uniform jagged teeth. Mm-hmm. And then there's these other ones that have these teeth that kind of like go out to both sides and they're set wider apart.
And they're alternating.
Yes.
But they're both bow saws, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's like that particular blade, for whatever reason, seems to be
Cuts
in
better.
Fashion. People like that.
It clears every stroke. It's clearing more.
Is that what it's doing? Yeah. It's clearing out more of the bullshit?
Yeah.
That makes sense. Because I've noticed these have been in fashion the last few years. But 2 years ago, I grabbed a saw.
Oh, you got the Bobo saw.
No, I got the
right one.
The clearing saw, the whole nine. And so I go and I cut this tree down. And I saw a video popped up that morning. You know, like Google Photos or Facebook Photos will be like, hey, you got a memory? And it showed up, and it's like, check out this video. And it's my ass going, shucka, shucka, shucka. And then you see me like, and jam. And then I'm like, and then,
oh, no.
And then I'm going again.
And that's all
I'm
it
giving
takes?
It takes just one hiccup.
Yeah.
And I'm going, it's like, you can see that it's bopping and flipping around. It's not working right. My angle's all wrong. It was like a 15-second cut.
Oh, no.
And I was
furious.
Then last year we go to the Christmas tree farm, and all the trees are like 4 feet tall. And I'm like, what the hell? So we did not get to cut down a tree. So I've been carrying this burden of this shitty cut for years. And then on the toilet that morning, it has to show me a video of me failing again. And so I'm like, I'm pissed. So I'm like, no, we're going out there. I put on a red and black lumberjack flannel because I need to channel everything I got.
Biggie would be proud.
I got a fresh
The red and
fecal.
black lumberjack with the hat to match.
That's it. I got a fresh fecal transplant. I'm going in. When we get there, there's a bin of saws, right? And it's all those clearing
You got to pick
saws.
the right weapon.
And then I look down in the bottom, and there's one with the little uniform teeth.
You're like picking the Lost Ark.
Dude,
chalice.
I
you're
do.
looking past all the flashy
obvious.
ones.
Yes.
And like, which one's the carpenter's?
I found this one, and it still had sawdust and like shit on it, but I'm touching those
Shit.
things. It had been used. My man had really difficult turns. He really had to cut
To
them.
break it up.
Yeah, he didn't have fiber so much as like twigs in there. Like you actually needed a legit saw. But it's like I'm like touching and I'm like, these are super sharp little uniform ones. I'm like, I'm taking this one. And it's the only one like that in the whole bunch. Everything
Yeah.
else is the better saws. I walk out and the girls are picking. Oh, they picked this one. And this tree is so fat. The kind of fat that really needs a trunk.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at it and there's a knot right in the
Oh,
bottom.
no.
And if you know anything about
Knots
wood,
are bad.
knots are tough.
Yeah.
I've been splitting wood out here. And as soon as I see that knot and
Yep.
the axe comes down, I'm like, we're not getting through that knot.
Yeah.
You gotta move along. But it looked like if I got just above that knot, there was just enough room to still have perfect tree in a stand. I was like, all right, we're going above the knot. They've screwed me. They've picked the bad one, but I'm ready. I'm ready for this. I set the saw, sit there, and my daughter's like, well, when do I start counting? And I was like, when you say go.
I can't believe how seriously you take
I take it serious as shit. She says, go. I'm like, bruh. And all of a sudden, dude, it was like butter. Because
hot knife through butter.
I took it's all about the angle too. If you're at any angle,
Yeah, you want to be.
you got to go through more, and it's harder to hold your cut. So I'm coming
Yeah.
in straight. Man, that bitch stayed straight as an arrow, cut right through. I dropped that tree in 5 seconds flat.
Nice.
I threw that saw down. I was like, boom, and you hear my daughter go, 5 seconds.
Yes.
As the tree's falling, which I honestly think I cut it so clean that it stayed up
The whole time.
for a second before it fell.
Like you had removed the saw from the trunk and it was still standing upright.
And then it toppled.
Yeah.
I believe it was a 4-second cut, but I can't prove it, even though she recorded it.
Yeah.
I'm like looking and I can see that like I'm through. That tree's there. And then it goes. But when it falls, she goes, 5 seconds. When I heard that, I don't think
the pride.
Dude, I dropped that saw and it was, yeah. And I started walking away. Like it was 2 years of just anguish.
Where did this come from? This is so weird. Like, I don't know anyone else that does this.
I don't understand
And you
why
bring it
people
upon
don't.
yourself.
I don't understand why people don't do. In fact, when I was leaving, the owner of the farm, Fecal Fred, he comes up to me and he's
My
like,
fecal bro.
he goes, "Oh man, you found a good one." He's like, "That's a good looking tree," and I was like, "Thanks." And I was like, "So, tell me, what was the fastest time you've heard today of someone cutting down a tree?" And he goes,
No one times it.
I don't think I've heard anything about that. He's like, I can tell you that someone showed up here 30 minutes before we opened, and I had to open so there wouldn't be traffic out there on the road. So I did have to open early, if that's what you mean. And I go, no,
No.
I cut that tree down in 5 seconds flat. So the next time somebody comes up here and asks you how fast the trees got cut down this year, your baseline's 5.
And he's like, sir, Fecal bro, no one's ever going to ask me that.
He's like, yeah, you pay over there. Yeah. My kids have their hands.
Please return my saw.
I was with 3 women who all at the same time were like, oh,
yeah,
it's so embarrassing.
Can we just go?
I was like, 5 seconds, sir. And for days now, I've been rolling up on them, just dropping 5s on them. I just keep holding my hand up with 5 fingers, and they know exactly what it means.
That is so weird. That's so weird. It's so weird to take that much pride in that. That's hilarious.
I don't understand. There's got to be other listeners out there who time themselves cutting down the tree. There has to be.
I'm sure, but like, don't you understand that's the anomaly? Like, you're not like.
I feel like everybody does it.
No one does it.
Cuts down their own trees.
No, people do that, but they don't. They're not worried. They're not worried about how long it takes.
They should be.
You don't get anything by cutting it down faster than not. If it's 5 or 10 seconds, it doesn't matter. The thrill is cutting it down.
Those women out there.
By the way, again, you're at a farm. It's not like you.
I understand.
Trek through the snow.
This is not like hunting at a hunting club that has like wounded animals so you can easily shoot them. These trees are still out there. You have to find it, cut it down. It's a little different.
It's like taking pride in like the chicken that you bought at the store.
No. It's like going to the Purdue factory, grabbing a chicken out of a cage and snapping its neck yourself. You know what I mean? Like,
again, not something I need to do. I'll just eat the chicken from the store.
No, and that's fine. I agree. I would take more pride if I caught a chicken in the wild and snapped its neck. But I'm perfectly fine going to the
cage. Have you ever gone in the woods and cut your own tree down?
No.
Because I have.
How long did it take you?
I was a kid. My dad cut it down. But
How long did it take him?
We did not time it. Longer than 5 seconds. It was a weak-ass tree, too, because it was just like a pine tree. But it, like, had
like a big Charlie Brown?
Well, I mean, you know, like, all the pine trees are not the good, like, Christmas trees because they don't, like, they don't hold any weight. So, like, you can't really, like, hang. Like, the fir trees.
And they're not quite as full. They're not shaped the same.
Well, like, the shape was great, but, like, it's thin, you know? Like, it's got, like, the conical shape, but, like,
yeah,
it's not thick all the way through like a fir tree, you know? So, like.
Sure.
But, I mean, we lived in the country, and my dad was like, I ain't going to buy a tree. We're going to go find a tree. Like,
I respect that game.
And he did actually, a couple times when we were kids, he would buy the tree with the bulb, which I thought you had talked about doing that. Didn't somebody talk about doing that?
I planted 2 last year. I'm growing them.
Yeah.
And I will take pride when I cut them from my yard. But they actually suck. Like,
yeah.
I've done a whole year, and they've grown none.
Yeah.
So I think either my spot is bad. I don't know. I'll figure it out.
Throw some food on them.
Actually, I probably should just start putting some like fish turd water on them.
Well, yeah, that'd probably work. But like they make, you know, plant food.
Yeah, but it's fish poops the shit.
Yeah.
Like that's the good stuff.
Yeah.
You get it down in there and all the gravel, suck up all that.
Yeah. Next time you clean your tank, pour that water on it.
I actually will do that. I'll bring them out there because like we have a bunch of orchids in the house, and like when they die, like when all the stuff falls off, I just take them and put them upstairs. And I'll be damned. Like you wait like a few months, and then you go and get some fish tank water and start dumping that in there for its weekly watering.
It brings it right back to life.
Boom! All of a sudden, it'll be like, we should have flowers.
Yeah,
flowers love shit. It works. You're right, though. I should probably start dumping that shit out there.
Yeah.
That way I can get to cutting down some trees in my yard.
Yeah.
I like where your head's at.
Well, I'm glad you guys had a good trip. What'd you pay for it?
$70.
Yeah, that's awesome because like the place we used to buy from in front of Total Wine, they were gone the past couple of years and they came back.
Yeah, what are they charging now?
Dude, it was like $120 for like an 8-foot tree. Like it wasn't cheap.
Yeah. I got a 5-second belt and a $70 tree.
There you go.
And it's a gorgeous tree.
Yeah.
I was pretty fucking happy about it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Having a real tree is where it's at, though.
I've seen more people this year go fake Like every year you have a couple more people fall off, but I've seen like a lot of people fall off this year.
Fake trees are bobo, dude.
I agree. I'm not a fan.
No.
Like, don't give me no fake tree.
No.
But people love them.
We've had a second fake tree in our front window for years, and last year we finally threw it out because it was more of a hassle to put up than the fucking real tree.
I find people are like worried about like, oh, I can't get it in the stand. It's
Yeah.
I'm like, how is this?
Yeah.
How is this complicated?
Oh, you got to water it? Like, yeah, it takes 2 minutes in the morning to dump 2 cups of water in it.
It's
like,
not. It's actually just part of my night routine.
Yeah.
I got a stand this year because last year our stand like was messing up. Mm-hmm. You know how they like where you screw them in? There's usually like a flat spot at the end of the bolts.
Yeah.
Just kind of pushes on it. Well, those had fallen off, and so it was just digging into the tree.
Yeah.
And then like it'll actually move.
Oh yeah.
Like if they're just dug in there, it will shift. And I was like, last year I was like, no, we need a real stand because I had it all rigged up. I was putting like quarters on the end, and like jamming the quarter into it, and like making it work. I made it work.
Yeah.
But so we were out at that Christmas tree farm, and they had all like the plastic stands.
Yeah.
And then they had this one stand, and it cost twice as much. But it was this giant metal atrocity with these huge legs that stick out. Everything in it was just massively
But made
strong.
for life.
Yeah. It even said lifetime guarantee. If
Yeah.
anything happens, just let us know. We'll send you a new one. And this thing was like, yeah, I can withstand like 20-foot trees. I'm like, that's the stand.
Yeah.
I'm done buying stands. I want a full metal welds, like big, massive welds on it. I was like, this thing is way over engineered. That's what I want. And when you're quibbling about tens of dollars, because double the price is like $15 more.
Yeah.
I was like, don't mind if I do.
Yeah.
Like, I'll upgrade to the lifetime stand.
Yeah, we bought one of those plastic ones. I mean, it's pretty thick and big, and it has the little port in the front where you can like easily pour the water in, which is nice. But yeah, you got to be careful at the end of the season when you back those screws out that the little plastic stoppers don't stick on the tree.
That's it. It's all plastic nonsense. I was like, this thing is made of giant pieces of metal with awesome bead welds. I was like, I kind of like this thing. I'm going to spend the extra money so we get it, because that's something you use once a year.
Yeah.
And if it pisses you off, it pisses off everything. Tree falls, ornaments fall. And I've done that.
Oh, yeah.
We had a whole damn tree go down a couple years ago with a cheap plastic one.
It doesn't take much.
Breaking. Yeah. Like just going. And
if you have like some nice ornaments that you bought like in your travels, like you don't want to break those things.
No. My wife's like, I've had this ornament since I was 6.
Yeah.
Fuck the plastic.
I've got a bunch of peanuts themed balls, but most of them are plastic, but they have like weaves and stuff on them. But like I have one from like every year, my first like 12 years of my life.
Yeah, like that's awesome.
Yeah.
You can't replace that stuff.
No.
Spend the money on the stand.
That's right.
I went all out. Cut down your tree in under 8 seconds. Spend the money.
Well,
on the
when
stand.
you save half the money on cutting your own tree down,
I was shocked at the price when I got out there and I was looking at it, and I was like, these things are $10 a foot.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, we'll go get the tree. Like, this is perfect. Because last year I ran into there was $140 for the tree. It's like, never again.
Yeah.
It's crazy talk. Yeah, these guys are like, oh, if you cut it down. And they have a discount if you do it under 8 seconds.
Now we're talking.
Yes. Then, you know what? That would bring the people out.
That really would.
You know what I mean? Like, if you want one of our...
Save 10% if you cut down in under like 10...
You just got to bring me video proof.
Yeah.
That you did it in under 10 seconds. That would inspire some people.
You would definitely offset your losses with more people.
I think so.
Yeah.
It'd become a challenge. Have a board up there.
Yeah.
Oh man, I need to get a Christmas tree farm.
Dude, a board. That would be fucking huge. Like top 20 guys.
Hell
or
yeah.
girls.
And then at the end of the season, we go, all right, here's our top 20. You guys get a $10 gift card.
Yeah.
For next year.
Yep.
I think
That seems like a no-brainer.
We just started a business.
Yeah. I mean, that's what like every baseball stadium has a pitching machine just so guys can go, I can throw faster than you. Nuh-uh. I can throw faster than you. Pay the $10 and throw 3 balls and you get nothing but bragging rights.
I'll go out there 6 years in a row and cut down the smallest damn tree on the lot.
Exactly.
In record time.
Yeah.
Just so I can get the one big ass tree for free.
Oh yeah, you could break it up into groups, like 4-inch diameter, 6-inch diameter. You know, like
I could do it. I like where this is going.
yeah, like if you did cut down in 3 seconds, but it was a 3-inch tree, like all right, that's fine, but you're winning this bracket. Like you're not.
Yeah, you cut down a little tree.
Yeah.
You can't game the system here.
Exactly.
We got rules out here.
Yes.
It's our Christmas tree farm.
Exactly.
That's awesome.
We should do that.
I do want to send one quick shout out to all the listeners that have donated to m4krichmond.org.
Yeah, we didn't really talk about it this week.
Well, unfortunately, this one comes out
After the Stash Bash.
after the Stash Bash, so it will be done.
Yep.
But I have seen that a lot of listeners have donated.
Yes.
There's been listeners who have actually donated not only to like you and I, but like listeners have donated to Stu. And Stu doesn't even
Deserve it.
He's been slacking on the growing.
We're at $42,000.
Our team alone.
$594 right now.
So that is not our final number because we still have a little bit of time to go. But to all the listeners out there, we have raised, we'll call it 43,000. I think we're safe to say we'll get over that.
As far as teams go, we are the 4th ranked team out of 39.
Yeah, and a lot of those teams are corporate teams.
Yes.
We are literally a podcast. So I do want to send a shout out to all the listeners who have donated. Thank you so much. Our team has raised over $43,000. I'm confident we'll get over that.
Oh, yeah.
The 43,000 mark at 42.9. Over $43,000. We couldn't have done that without you. And all of that money is going to be going to children's charities here in the Richmond area. You've done a lot of good. It makes us feel great to know that you guys are supporting us like that and you're helping out. But just know that your money's going to some really great causes. You're helping out a lot of kids in the Richmond area. So thank you so much for your donations. We couldn't have done this without you. We still look like assholes today, but when we're recording next week, we won't, which is kind of exciting in its own right. But I do want to give a shout out. Thank you so much. You guys have really stepped up and really helped out.
And hopefully next week we'll have the final tally for the whole M4K and our team and any awards if anybody gets any. And hopefully we'll be able to tell you that we have raised over $1 million this season.
That would be amazing. I don't know if we're on the path.
We'll see.
We'll see. But and a special shout out to our corporate sponsor in Screen Door Mortgage. It's a big donation this year to M4K. We certainly do appreciate that. That was above and beyond. So
yeah, some people got more than others.
Troy's going to hang his hat on that. That's fine.
I'm still thankful that you guys got taken care of.
That's right.
That's what matters.
That is what matters. Is that the team and that M4K did well. No, but seriously, thank you so much to Screen Door Mortgage and to all the listeners out there who independently spent their own hard-earned money, plunked it down. You guys have been great. So we certainly do appreciate it. If you do need a mortgage, head over to Screen Door Mortgage. And if you need sunglasses, head over to nectarsunglasses.com. Drop Abacus in the coupon code. You'll get 20%
off. Already reasonably priced sunglasses.
Which is a pretty good deal,
if
you ask me. And if you haven't had a chance to rate and review, please do. Troy would appreciate it more than just about anybody.
Yes.
He'd be very excited to see
more. And it doesn't
reviews.
even cost you anything.
It doesn't?
No. It's free.
Oh, I assume that was the barrier.
Maybe if we charged somebody, they would donate. Maybe if you asked and charged, they would do it for you, but not me.
I don't think so.
It seems to work for mustaches.
I don't think it'll work. Rate and review is a lot harder. You know what's harder to get than money?
Rate and review.
Yeah.
We do get way more donations than we get rate and
no,
review.
it's a fact. It's a fact.
That is weird.
People would rather just give up their money.
Yeah. In 9 years of doing this, we've had less than one season of donations.
It's amazing.
That's wild.
It's amazing. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll be talking to you next week. Cheers.
Cheers. That was a pretty good podcast, don't you think?